Hi, and welcome to another episode of House of Magic. I'm Eric.
I'm Cassie.
And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about a memorial tournament that's happening in the DFW area. It's a memorial in honor of a young man named Hunter Burton. He was a Pro Tour player, placed, top 8, top 16 several times?
I don't know, I just know he traveled a lot.
He did travel a lot, all across the world and stuff. Unfortunately, he did commit suicide. This tournament is to help raise awareness for suicide. All the proceeds and profits goes towards suicide awareness.
And suicide prevention. So the Hunter Burton Memorial has been happening annually for the past few years here in DFW.
This will be its 5th year, I believe.
5th year, and this will be the first year that it's going to be a modern tournament. So not only is it a fundraising event, but it's also a sanctioned tournament. So the modern event has a 10K prize pool. There will be a 1K standard PPTQ. There's tons of events. There's something for everyone, which is definitely the point when it's a suicide awareness thing, is you never want anyone to feel left out. You never want anyone to feel like they can't participate in this. So that's something that they've done really well, is making sure that there's something for everyone.
So, and I guess one of the great things that I think this is the first year that Star City Games is actually sponsoring the event.
We actually have a bunch of, or not we're not the ones running it, but we are sponsors of the event. Our channel is the sponsor. We're Small Potato sponsor, but we're still a sponsor. Additionally, the store that we go to, Miniature Exchange, is one of the top sponsors of the event.
Yes.
And the manager there is one of the, is one of the main event coordinators. So we've had a lot of discussion about the Hunter Burton Memorial.
Interaction, dealings with, however you want to word it.
This video's come out on Monday, and Monday's the day that the announcement will come out that not only are the sponsors that they've been having this year, including Star City Games sponsoring it, also for the first year ever, WotC is sponsoring it. And also, Ultra Pro will be sponsoring it.
Yes, I am super excited to see what all they bring. They're going to have a lot of prize support, I believe, and just do Ultra Pro-ness.
So, yeah, WotC sponsoring, Ultra Pro sponsoring, and then this year, a pro player will be coming to the event, Jerry Thompson.
They'll do what I think what's called spell slinging.
There will be a $10 gunsling on Friday at a local shop.
It's in Plano.
Is it in Plano? I forgot to write down which one it was. Is it
Madness? I think it's Madness.
So Madness Comic and Games, they'll be having $10 gunslinging against Jerry Thompson.
So basically what that would give you, the $10 would get you a Modern Masters pack, I believe is what they said. I believe it was a Modern Masters pack. And one game with the pro player.
So let's talk about what we have going on. So the memorial itself. The main event, once again, is the Star City Games Invitational Qualifier. Now, please note that everything that we're talking about today, they will have caps. Pre-registration just opened. And we do plan to max out. We do plan to cap out in almost all the events, if not all the events. So if you're interested, click the link down below. Make sure you go there, register. So it's a Star City Invitational Qualifier. So not only will winners, get the prizes, they'll also get Star City Invitational
Star City Game points.
Yes.
I guess that's how it works.
Basically, the top 8 receive Star City Games Invitational spot. So they receive a spot in the Invitational. Mm-hmm. As well as a bunch of other amazing prizes. Check out the link below because all of the prizes are listed there. That's the main event. I do not know what the cap is, but I do know it has a cap.
Yes. In fact, all the events have caps. I think the only thing that doesn't have a cap is the commander pods, because it gets 4 and fires. 4 and fire.
Yeah. So, side events. Let's talk about some side events. If maybe Modern's not your game, or you're just not interested in that level of competition, that's fine. We have things for you too. Local comic book store Gen X will be sponsoring a 1K PPTQ for standard format.
And they're expecting that to cap, or that does have a cap, and they're expecting it to fill up pretty fast.
It caps at 64 players. So with this expecting to be the biggest year ever and these huge sponsors and this pro player coming in, 64 is not a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a 1K PPTQ. I mean, that's going to happen pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the pro player is registered and will be playing in the actual main event.
In the main event, in the modern event.
And there'll be several others. They mentioned some other names, but I can't remember to save my life. They've got like top 16, top 32 on the pro tour and stuff, and they will be there playing as well.
There's going to be a legacy constructed format that's going to be sponsored by Common Ground Games, and they just announced some wicked awesome prizes for that. We're talking a Gaia's Cradle, a Beta Savannah. Like, there's some really sick prizes for the legacy.
Yes. They also have a sealed Theros block pre-release.
So you'll get
tournament.
a pre-release pack from one of the Theros block sets. I think you get to choose. Also caps at 48 players, so I'm going to have to sign up for that really quickly because I don't want to miss out on that one.
Yeah.
There will be commander pods, there will be booster raft pods. Those are going to be fire at will, so they won't be as capped. There's going to be a silent auction benefiting the nonprofit, which once again is, of course, suicide awareness, suicide prevention. Tons of sponsors. We're currently working on speaking with the organizer, seeing if we can get a Pauper event firing.
Pauper's been really big and really huge. I kind of put a little earworm in, and he says he see what he can do.
Basically, we said Pauper, and he said, yeah, sure. So if you guys could shoot the professor our way to help us plan a Pauper event, we'd love to get Pauper going. So
yeah, especially since I found all the expensive cards inside my binder.
You guys could just tag Professor in this and get him over here so we can get Pauper going at this event. I know he always talks about how Pauper is one of the most inclusive formats in Magic, and I definitely agree. And I think in a format or in a tournament where we're trying to be as inclusive as possible, certainly Pauper's something that you don't want to leave out.
Exactly.
I mean, we're doing Stinkin' Legacy and we're not doing Pauper. But this is such an important tournament for me, at least. I think Eric is pretty well invested in it too, but I would never speak on his behalf. But before we even started this channel, really, and before we even knew that our game store was involved in this, I saw posts about it, and I remember turning to him and saying, like, Eric, this is very important to me to participate in this. I lost a very dear loved one to suicide. As someone who suffers from a severe anxiety disorder and teeters on depression at times, it's it's not something that's strange to me. It's something that's pretty at home in my head, fortunately, and it's something that I just really think that awareness is really lacking in our society. I feel like as someone who's had suicidal thoughts, it's too easy to have them and be afraid to talk to people about it because you don't want people telling you that you're doing it for attention.
Yeah.
And you don't want people telling you that.
Or it's not really that bad. Or just suck it up. Or
you're causing a scene. Or you're doing it for attention. Or, just smile more. It's not how it is when I have panic attacks and those are what usually lead to my suicidal thoughts. It's not something that people realize as a panic attack. It's basically an emotional breakdown.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, at least with Cassie, if you're not trained or seen her have multiple ones, it looks like she's just having a fit or something. It looks
like I'm being a spoiled brat. I don't know why. It looks like I'm being a spoiled brat.
I mean, it does, but the emotional toil that carries on lasts so much longer than somebody who's not getting their way or something along those lines. It's very much real. It's very much all true. And
it's very hard to talk logic to someone who's in that situation.
Yeah.
And as someone who's been in that situation, it's very hard to accept logic. And if you're that far gone, we need to live in a society where you won't be judged for seeking help. We need to live in a society where if someone's actions cause you to be that way, you aren't afraid to tell your friends, I'm having suicidal thoughts. You need to have a safe person. And, I I remember, one of my lowest points in my life is when I collapsed on the floor in tears because I didn't know which pill to take to end my life easiest. Like, I talked to one of our friends about it, one of the friends at the LGS about it, and he made a really good point of when you're thinking like that or when you fail an attempt, you think, I'm not even good enough to kill myself. So... Yeah. For me, it's something that it's so important to spread awareness and to make it... Suicide should never be normal, but being able to talk about it and prevent it and discuss it should be normal.
Yeah, and that's what the whole gearing towards this tournament is to get gamers who are probably one of the most vulnerable populations out there to open up, talk about, basically have a safe space to talk about it without being judged or ridiculed, or say, just get over it and stuff.
I mean, look at the average gamer. We're weird, we're recluse, we, do things that people don't understand. We do things that are deemed not cool. We're usually socially awkward. We game because it's one of the only ways we know how to make friends.
Yeah. And we all have different varying levels of it. And so some of us are very much out there and outgoing and have full functioning jobs and lives, and we do it just for the pure fun of it. And some of us are a little more different.
Some of others rely on it for everything.
Yeah.
Some people do it as a side thing. Others, it's their absolute everything.
I know for us, and right now where we're at with schooling and all, I do online schooling, so I don't see anybody and stuff. So going out to the LGS is my only form of talking to somebody besides her.
Besides batshit crazy over here.
Or the cats. That's my only interaction with humans. So it's very much a part of my life. It's the only way I get to talk to people that's not involving schooling of any sorts.
Or your work.
Yeah.
And so, and it's funny because we live in a time where people can go online and Google things. And one of, I think, the most commonly Googled things or asked things on the internet is, how do I make friends when I'm an adult? Like, how do I make friends when I'm in college or when I'm an adult? Because it's hard. Yeah. And it's so much easier if you just go to the game store.
Yeah. But and you have to be open and willing and stuff. You're not going to find somebody who's just like you who you're going to bond with immediately. You're going to find that one quirky person that's also quiet, and you're going to start chit-chatting and stuff, and next thing you know, you're going to, switch, like Facebook, whatevers, or Twitter handles and all that. And
that's how it starts.
And then it just kind of starts from there.
So once again, this is the Hunter Burton Memorial Tournament. If you're anywhere near close enough to travel, pre-register and get over here, please.
Yes.
It's a Sunday-only event, so it's not even a full weekend. It's literally Sunday over. You can travel here Saturday and go home Sunday night. If you're in town Saturday evening, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on the email. We'll go out to the bar, we'll have some drinks, and we'll talk about literally anything you want. Yeah. If you can't make it, but you still think it's a worthy cause, there's a donation link on there. Please consider donating. We've donated as much as we felt that we possibly could in our financial state right now because it means so much to us. Everyone we know is affected by someone with anxiety or depression. And even if you don't know someone personally who's committed suicide, there's probably a closer connection than you'd like to realize.
Yeah.
So please check out the site below. Please share this video. This video could bring so much more into this event. This video could bring so many more donations, and donations could save lives. This is literally something that could save lives. If you're active on Twitter, if you're active on YouTube, so many of our favorite MTG or even gaming tweeters or YouTubers are so affected by depression and so affected by anxiety, and I've been so happy to see a highly opening up of it with some of these role models, these big names coming out and not being afraid to talk about it. I've never been afraid of talking about it since I lost my loved one. But the best thing we can do is donate money and make a public example. So, hi, my name's Cassie. I have a severe anxiety disorder, and that has caused a lot of weird thoughts in my life. But if you ever need someone to talk to, our Twitter handles are always open. Our inbox is always open. And please just consider giving to this. Consider participating in it. Consider doing whatever is possible.
And then if you can't show up and you can't spend the money at all, share it. Maybe somebody else that you know can, and just the whole purpose is to raise awareness for suicide and just get people up and talking and stuff. So let's make that happen.
And just like every life counts, and even just like having one friend or one person, one ear to listen will save a life. Even $1 can help make one more phone call happen, one more suicide hotline available. So if you have anything at all, please consider giving. Like I said, we're sponsors of the event, but other than that, we're not tied to the event at all. We're just going to be players, perhaps volunteers. So thank you again for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe to our videos. Please share this video. Please share all the tweets that we mentioned about these. Please retweet. And please just always know that if you need someone to talk to, we over here at the House of Magic are here. Our doors are open. So thanks again for watching, and we hope maybe to see you in DFW for the event or in the future elsewhere.
Yep. Bye, guys. Be safe.